Oh man, what's really good though, family tree? What's really good? What they here with me right now? We live. All right. What's good though? You lot talk to me, man. Is you lot gonna talk to me or not? Yes, gang. Let me know if you lot are in the building right now. Just hit me up with the notifications and all of that good stuff. Hit the like button straight away. So it's really good. So I gotta do a big salute and shout outs to all you guys. Aye, man, like Omar's in the building. Yeah, I gotta do a big shout out and salute to you guys, yeah, who actually messaged me. Who actually messaged me and kind of educated me on this whole Muslim grooming gang situation. I was thoroughly um, inundated with people sending me information pertaining to this, and I watched quite a few videos, and I kind of got my head wrapped around exactly what's going on and what the problem is. And that's just a small little amount of sort of research that I've done, and it is very, very interesting, very, very interesting indeed. It's definitely helped to actually change and shape my opinion and way of viewing this. And I didn't even realize that there's literally a whole world of a whole world out there for real. It's actually a whole world out there. It's like there is a loads of people that are on this wave, understanding this and being affected by this, and it's in like, phew, it's in the thousands that are being actually affected by this, and it's very sad that this is actually going on in the country. It seems to be that there's been a big conspiracy. There's been cover-ups taking place. There's been a wall of silence. There's been quite a lot, and yeah, man, it's mad mind blowing. Trust me on that. It's mad mind blowing, and that's to do with the Muslim grooming gangs. And I'm still gonna actually say I'm gonna narrow it down yet again. Instead of saying Muslim grooming gangs, I would like to say it is British, British. No, no, let me try it again. British Southeast Asian Muslim grooming gangs. Okay, I haven't done any research to find out if this is actually still taking place or if this type of scenario is actually taking place within inside of regions such as Pakistan. It seems as though there is like a high amounts of individuals in the Pakistani region, or individuals over here in the UK that are from Pakistan actually, participating in this thing. So I'm not too sure if that's actually the case over in Pakistan itself, but the information that I was reading into, what was the guy's name? Something Norfolk. I think it's Chris Norfolk. I can't remember the guy's name. Yeah, I think it's Chris Norfolk that somebody actually sent me some information on. I was watching his videos, his breakdown. He was actually sitting down with Sikh awareness. Okay, so a Sikh guy was interviewing him. Singh G. What's his name? By something Singh G. All right, it was very interesting. I learned quite a lot, literally just by sitting down and watching that video. It's about 50 minutes long, and it's very, very informative. I watched other videos as well, but that video itself kind of just broke things down. It's quite an old video as well, and a lot of things have actually progressed since that time span. And shouts out as well to Nikki Dudley, who's actually send me over some information, send me over some links. Just things, just looking at the actual individuals that were involved with these crimes and how this actually takes place, how these young girls are actually groomed. And because I remember Jedi's talking about it's to do with the vulnerable. And the guy Chris Norfolk, he's actually a Times reporter or journalist, and he was actually breaking down the fact that it's not actually what you would consider to be atypical vulnerable individuals. You're talking about children who are part of middle class families, who are people who are business folks, who are doctors, who are people, lawyers and so forth, people who are you know middle class individuals. So I was like, wow, or professional individuals, like their children are being involved in these types of things. And you know I'm like, wow, okay, okay. So the whole vulnerability thing isn't quite there, and there are those who are part of like child homes, and to me, it seems as though there is even a big conspiracy involved with the child homes as well, because it seems as though that the perpetrators or the aggressors or the grooming gangs, were trying to get these children away from their parents, isolate them away from the parents, tell them to go into things such as foster care, or what's not foster care, like care homes and all those things there. And I was like, wow, 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 okay. So you're telling me that there is, care homes and it's only one person He's in the care homes, which are these young girls who are. I was like, wow, okay, this is kind of crazy. So, to me, it seems to be there's like a great cover up that's taking place, and I think that we've only scratched the surface of what's truly going on. And it seems as though we've found out everything that's going on in and around the country, in and around England, well, Midlands, North, and up North Lancashire, Leeds, and so forth. But what's going on in London? I'm not too sure. Obviously, I'm only just getting involved with the cases right now. But it seems as though that there must be the same thing taking place over here in London. But why aren't we hearing about it? And yeah, why are we not hearing about it? Okay, it's either two things. It's not actually taking place over here in London, which I very much so doubt. And you know, if it is taking place here, why aren't we hearing about it? Is there a cover up going on over here in London as well? I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. So I'm interested. I'm very interested. So you guys, later on tonight, okay, I want to do a show, hopefully around 10:30 p.m. We can actually do a show on this and actually discuss this because this is very interesting, very very interesting. And I want somebody to sponsor me. Who's gonna sponsor me today? Who's gonna sponsor me? Yeah, I want somebody to sponsor me. All right, I want that book. Easy Meats. Okay, Easy Meat. That sounds like a book that I need to get. It doesn't sound like a book I need to get. I've read the reviews. I've read up about it, and it seems like that is a book that needs to be read for somebody who's interested in this topic. All right. So for those of you guys who actually want to educate me, I beg somebody get me that book. Okay. Somebody get me that book. If you got that book in your presence right now, yeah, when you come down to Speaker's Corner or whatever the case is, yeah, hey, give me your copy, B. Or buy me a copy, B. Yeah, Easy Meat, Kelly. Easy Meat. That's what it's called. Easy Meat. Very interesting. It looks as though it looks as cases over in the UK and as well in Sweden or Norway. Sweden, I believe it's Sweden as well. And it really goes into the factors, it goes into statistics and things of that nature. And I'm quite interested in learning about this. Um, and that's kind of mad. Like, why am I actually interested in learning about this? It just seems as though it's a madness that's going on, and this is actually going to affect a lot of youths, like a lot of children are being affected by it. A lot of young girls are being affected by it, and we're the impacts that it's going to have on future generations. Like, it's just kind of crazy. Like, I'm just thinking, like, what are these girls, young girls, going to end up being like in the future? How is it going to actually affect them, their relationship with men? How they're going to affect, their children's relationship with men as well, and fathers and things of that nature. I'm like, wow, this is just mad interesting, mad, mad, mad interesting. Like, I'm all there, like, calling up, people in my family after seeing this and hearing this, like, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo, young girl. Make sure you're careful out on the road. Don't talk to no strangers. You know what I mean? It's there. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's just opened my eyes. And I think, for those of you guys out there who are parents to children who are in secondary school, who are actually parents to children in secondary school, I actually suggest you guys kind of educate yourself on this whole topic of grooming gangs. Like, I really do. Like, really, really do. Like, it's very scary what's going on. It's very scary what's going on. And it seems to me like when I'm watching this or reading this stuff up and becoming more acquainted to this stuff, when I hear people, skipping to, oh, but white pedophiles, I just see that now as a diversion tactics. We're talking about one thing right now, but why do we have to deflect and go somewhere else? Like, why do we? Like, let's talk about the situation, what's going on, and it's bad. It's crazy. It's crazy anyway. That's what I'm gonna say. It's very, very crazy. Very, very crazy. So let me quickly see what else is going on with you guys. You should get a Amazon wish list, bruv. Trust me, I do. I actually do have a wish list. Yes, yeah. So on YouTube, have you read Tommy Robinson's Enemy of the State? No, man. No, man. I'm looking for some donors. So, and if you guys who actually want to sponsor me right now, I'm looking forward to be sponsored. Okay. So what that means is, if there's a book that you think I should read, I beg you buy it for me. Or if you already have it in your possession, I beg you, drop that to me. Like, allow me, innit? Allow me. I'm actually kind of spent. I'm kind of spent at the moment of actually buying, various different books and products and so forth, like every single week. So I'm not even gonna spend no more money on books again. I'm actually gonna try to calm myself down I'm buying books. Yeah, you should actually watch my Amazon orders. God damn, god damn. All right, it's already affecting worldwide, man. Yeah, the real keyword is human trafficking. It's an economy, and money is being used for other very nefarious uses. Yeah, yeah, there's a lot to it. There's a lot to it. I really suggest you guys actually watch this thing with Chris Norfolk on Seeky Awareness. Okay, very, very informative. Very informative. Just his words alone on there, 50 minutes long, very informative. Like, it just opened my mind up to think about this in a completely different light. Okay, Chris Norfolk again is a Times journalist. I think he was one of the first individuals to actually run these stories itself. As far as I know, there was only two papers that printed the Oxford case, and the rest put it online in the background pages. Yeah, John Wedger Police Whistleblowers goes right to the top YouTube. Wow. Okay. Okay. John Wedger, I'll look into this. See, like, you lot just keep flooding me with information because again, I'll tell you guys, I'm very, very ignorant on this subject. I don't really know much, and I'm now, informing myself on this topic, and it's crazy. Thank you for highlighting this problem. Looking forward to the show. My daughter was a victim and in many ways still is, although she is out of immediate danger, but I am labeled racist for saying so. Exactly. Ronnie Cook, thank you. Sorry, Ronnie Cook, sorry. Thank you very much. Like, and that's what was going on. It seems though that this whole silence that was taking place because people were being frightened of being labeled as racist. And I'm not even talking the people who are being affected or the people on the ground. We're talking about the institutes and organizations such as the police, such as the media, such as the council, such as, even certain government officials were, you know, trying their very best to kind of omit such words as Asian, or maybe even omit such certain things such as, their religion or their faith or whatever the case is. It's like, it's mad. It's actually mad. We are literally living in a PC friendly mad society where we can't say things that are blatantly obvious out of the fear of sounding a certain way. Crazy, actually crazy. We in Holland have these lover boy epidemics. Free State UK, this has been going on for the longest in Oxford, yeah. So I think the first case was in 1990. Don't hold me on this. Early 90s. Let me say it was been going on since the early 90s. I want to say 91, but don't quote me. But I'm pretty sure it's 91 though. Grooming is going on in London, but it's not just about sex or controlling, getting mostly black and white men into changing their religion by offering security and giving them purpose. Okay. Easy Meat by Peter McLaughlin. That's it. I think that's definitely his name there. Yeah, thanks, Scouse Finch. Are you and Hussein cool now? That's a question that you have to ask Hussein. I'm always cool with everybody. Kiss Spence, give love and showing that support. Again, we've been nominated for the Sarnetta TV Awards. So if you would love to see us actually go out to America and yeah, go out to America basically and be awarded, yeah, be awarded with the best YouTube information channel. Um, Please go onto Sarnetta TV Awards, click the link, and actually vote for us. What was the name of that Sikh interviewee? Again, I'm not too sure the first elements of his name, but it was something like Bahai, um, something Singh G. Okay, but you can find it on Sikh Awareness or Sikh Awareness. One of the two, Sikh Awareness or Sikh Awareness. You should be able to find it on there, or simply type in the guy's name, Chris Norfolk, and it will come up in the first five entries. Doo-doo-doo. All right. Yeah, that's it. Seek Awareness Society. Thank you, Labour Unionist Party. All right. Yeah, buy something Singji. Yeah, trust me. I don't know. I'm only Sarah made a good point last night. That no one is ever looking through the eyes of the victims or thinking about the victim's perspective when talking about grooming gangs. Indeed, very true. Good on you, Callum. I will buy you the book Easy Meat if you show me how to get the money to you. Ex-police John Wedger whistleblower video on YouTube is a must watch. Okay, that's the next video I'm going to actually watch, the John Wedger one. Thank you. I'm not sure how much it would really stop an individual who is twisted enough to commit such heinous crimes. What is being traded could be anything. Sikh ethics special. Bahai Mohan Singh interviews Chris Rogers. Okay, cool. Yeah, what's good, Evox the Evangelist? Yeah, man. And I was even, going through the names of the individuals and the ages of these individuals, and it seems as though it was as people, young men, ages, the age range from 19 all the way up to 63. I saw, okay, 19 to 63. I'm pretty sure that there was somebody who was 67 as well, but I'm not gonna go there because I didn't see with my own two eyes. I only heard it, but I saw up to 63. So that's a large age range, like literally 40. Over 10, 4, like there's a 40-year, you know, in betweeners. Like I'm like, oh, wow, that's cross generational. That's like I'm handing you down to my brother. I'm handing you down to my uncle. Could even be handing you up to my pops. Like it's all crazy. It's all crazy how this actually works. It's mad crazy. It's mad crazy, and the tactics that were used and employed, I it seems as though I've kind of witnessed some of these tactics, taking place, just in my day to day life, like just being in the ends and just being around. You see these kind of like older teenage boys, or even sometimes these young men who actually approaching these young girls. I actually seen it. I'm like, yo, you are nasty, yo. Hey, yo, man, you move out, G. Like, and I've seen it from people from the black community as well, like men from the black community doing this. Not in the sense of grooming gangs, but I've seen this taking place before. But, this whole grooming gang thing is crazy. It's crazy, 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 crazy. You know, and just being on the roadside and streets and growing up, like I recall things of this. I've never really realized that it was grooming gangs or whatever the case is, but I realized this, like, where you know young girls or girls our age group were going off with the older guys, and sometimes they were just jamming with them for the sake of being in prestige. I remember back in the day, the golfs, remembers the golf cars and the polos and whatever ways there. Like, you have, the young schoolgirls, they're usually off with the older guys, and he was always pissed as a young guy because he's like, it's because he's got a car in it. It's because he's got a car. Them ways there, and you kind of see it, like, they're mad age differences where they're 20 and some of them are 15 or even older, 24, and some of them are even 15, and never really clocking. And sometimes they'll be around like a group of guys and all those ways there. And you're like, hmm. And sometimes you figure out, like, they're coming into school with cocaine and stuff. And I'm like, hey, but how are you getting cocaine? And because they're so well to do, like some of them are well to do families where they're getting pocket money like £50 a week type of pocket money. You're like, raw, like, I don't even get £50. I don't even get £5 pocket money a week, B. I barely get food to go to school and come back, me. I gotta hustle my own goddamn self and save up my own bus fare and food money just to hustle on the side to actually have money. But you lot getting £50 a rot and what? Nah, you lot are crazy. So it's mad. It's mad how these girls can literally, fall into these things, can literally be abused, and it's falling underneath the radars. And they're not vulnerable. Some of these girls are not actually vulnerable at all. It's just that, you know, they have this spare time or this free time. It could be literally 2 hours to 4 hours worth of free time, and that's where they could literally get wrapped up. And the parents may not even notice it because they're out of work. They come back, let's say 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and their children are back at home, none the wiser of what's going on, none the wiser of what's going on. And it's kind of crazy. Like this is actually happening. Where I've got to keep check of my like cousins and sisters and those ways, like to be like, okay, so where you up to? Where you going to? You going to a party, right? Nah, I'm all scared. I'm all scared because there isn't really much you can do. You know, we was talking about things to prevent these young girls from actually, falling into a situation like that. But really and truly, what is there? What can you do? What can you do? Like, imagine like your daughter or your sister, somebody very young, is just, walking back from school, and an older guy or approaches her and just starts talking and just building a friendship over like a few days or a week and so forth. Like there isn't nothing that you can really do to stop that. It could have been so innocent as, oh, what's the time? Oh, you go to school. Oh, that's cool. I used to go such and such. Oh, that's nice. Oh, thank you. Oh, you smoke? Yeah, you smoke? All right, here you go. Here's a cigarette. And then later, days and days, the same process going on. Oh, you know what? I smoke weed as well. Oh, you should try it. Oh, here's some weed. Give them some weed. Oh, okay, nice experience. Yeah. Come, let's go to a party. Two twos, they go to a party, and then it just progresses from nah, man. That's all crazy. That's mad crazy. How easy it can actually occur. Mad crazy. Mad crazy. But anyways, I'm talking too long. I'm talking way too long. What's good though, family tree? Um, ahead of African people being scammed and they were forced to live in it on a chair only. That's the only platform they could be sitting safe without risk, etc. But was 10 years ago. Ah, yep. I remember the sixth form guys in my secondary school would try getting with the girls in year 7 and 8. I know this is the madness was going on. That's why, yeah, I've always been scared. Yeah, I've never, yeah, I don't even know about them things there. I see certain of my brethren here go with like girls like 4 years younger than them, like in their 20s and stuff, yeah, like late 20s and stuff. I'm like, yo, like they're just fresh out of college. G, how you doing that? Like I feel kind of like allow it, G. They're too young for those things there. But if you check it back in the day, like your parents' generation, they might be 10 years difference. But for me, how I grew up, I was like, nah, fam, that's all nasty. 3 years, that's all crazy still. Like the most I could do is like a year or 2 year difference, B. I used to date older women, matter of fact. I don't even know. I've never really been attracted to the young girls, bro. It's like, bro, what can you offer me really? The only way is there. Like, what can you really offer, man? But anyways, let me stop talking. Some low life drug dealers will seduce a young buyer drugs. Thanks. This is a dirty cycle that's just keep going around. It needs to be cremated. Trust me, Kalam, you're Nigerian. Maybe you can explain what a mugu is in this sentence. They call those people that who they scam. Yeah, mugu. All right, the girls get trapped and then it escalates. Maybe he can talk about Boko Haram and same thing happening here. Muslims raping non-Muslim girls. There were two factors to consider: ideologies that promote exploitation of young girls and mental illness that makes people exploit young girls. The more dangerous is the one that can't be justified. Yeah. Can I join tonight? I'm quite well read on this topic and I have most studies on this topic to share info from. Could be a good convo. Yeah, the liberal guy, please just email me, kalam at live.co.uk. KALAM at live.co.uk. Okay, I repeat once more: take a pen, take a paper, take a pencil, take a paper, take your phone or your second phone and write down the email address. Okay, KAM. Sorry, KAM. You know what the hell? Yo, mad G. Hey yo, KALAM at live.co.uk. All right, I repeat again: KALAM at live.co.uk. Yeah, please holler at me. Um, okay, let's quickly see the. All right, cool. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of sign out. Yeah, I'm gonna sign out. So again tonight, please, we actually want to do the show. So I want to get as much people involved in this conversation as possible. I, I find it very fascinating. So I actually definitely want to learn more about it and discuss it, and prevent it from actually happening. Because I've got young individuals in my family, so I would hate for this to happen to my family. You know, yeah, I would hate for that to happen. So please, I would like to discuss it, and I need to think of like, tactics and techniques to actually prevent. So I want some solutions as well. How can we prevent this, or how can we spot if something like this, or our children are in danger, or they've changed up? Like how do we spot certain things like this? Okay, so how do we as parents become vigilant and keep ourselves on guard? How do we as elders in our community be vigilant and do something about this? Like, what are the proper chains to go through if we spot something like this and we feel as though a child is actually in danger? Who do we report this to? Do we report this to, the person's parents? Do we report it to the school? Do we report it to, the police? Like, exactly who can we report these things to? If, as a concerned citizen or concerned parent, that are seeing certain things taking place inside of our community, who can we report this to? How can we stop it and safeguard our children? Things like that. I actually would like to discuss solutions, and I'd actually like to discuss the psyche of these people, the psychology of these people, because they literally are targeting children, or girls as young as 11 to 16, 11 to 16. And I was hearing, based upon Chris Norfolk, it's talking about, it's to do with the culture over in Pakistan and certain villages where, the legal age is literally as soon as they, menstruate. So that is could be as young as 11 years old. So that's one of the reasons they find nothing wrong with it. Part of the Sharia as well. He's actually brought in the religion. He's brought in the culture. Part of the religion in Sharia says it's permissible at that young age as well. So all of these things are compounding in a man's psychology to actually allow them to actually do this to 11 years old. And they said that I think it's between the ages of 13 and 14. They prefer children between the ages of 13 and 14 rather than 15, 16 and upwards. And I was like, wow, okay, this is very interesting. Like what's going on here? So I definitely want to dive into the psyche of these individuals. So if you're going to feel offended that we're actually diving into the psyche of Southeast Asian men, I apologize for your sensibilities. Okay, I definitely do apologize for your sensibilities. I know you want to throw out the race card and all those things there. I don't even care the less. I don't care. I really don't care. I actually want to understand the psyche of these people. I actually want to delve into the religious aspect as well and understand that psyche. I want to delve into the culture, and because they were talking about, yes, I want to delve into the culture of Southeast Asian men and understand what exactly is going on. They were talking about the wives and the women, is usually arranged marriages with people that they've never met before, that are villagers that may not even speak the language, that they don't have anything much in common with, and so forth. So this is kind of like their outlet, or this is, I don't know, like, it's mad, it's mad. And he was bringing up other factors such as they now, like, the men are in this British society, which back home they were never exposed to the things that they're exposed to in British society, such as the liberal attitude of women, such as the fact that sex is literally pumped throughout everywhere, TV, media, billboards, wherever the case is, like, sex is literally being pumped everywhere, and it's making them that much more like, me want to bust a quick nut type of vibe, and of course they have this whole religious sensitivity to do with, Muslim women in hijabi, so they can't touch them. So where can we get, or how can we, release this frustration? And the next place is with these young, quote unquote white girls or Asian girls who are non-Muslims. And it's mad, it's mad actually. Just, I want to dive into that psyche and really understand what's going on. How can we actually change the culture? I think it's really the culture of Southeast Asian Muslim British men. Okay, because these British. Oh, let me do this again. This British Southeast Asian Muslim men and the culture and the background that they've been brought up into. How can we, put policies in place to kind of educate that community? It definitely is a problem within inside of the community. It might be a small subsection, but it's something that's going on in the community, and they need to be educated. Indeed. Let's see. Limited justice. Well, to the top. Yes, kind of great topic, mate. Yeah, it's not just people from Pakistan. There's Bengali individuals as well. There's people, I believe, from Iraq as well that are part of it, and I'm pretty sure there's other going to be other places as well. But the majority in this country, I believe, okay, but I believe based upon what I was hearing and the records, I think it was Pakistani men were the majority of the individuals involved. And it's crazy as well, because even some of these white girls, I hate using the term white girls, these English, I believe that they're English girls. um I think some of them, at least one or two I remember seeing, were actually convicted of grooming as well. And because they've gone through the process, they now became facilitators and started introducing girls once they've reached a certain age. So once they reach 18, 19 upwards, they have no use, or that, the men seem to not be really interested in them anymore like that, or they found a new position within inside of the group itself, where they're introducing now other young girls to go through that same process. And that's scary. That's very, very scary. So again, we have to really talk about the after effects of once a girl has been groomed, how does that change her perspective on life, and you know yeah, there's a lot needs to be done, and there's a lot needs to be done, full stop. I really would love to speak to some parents of children that have been affected, or if you yourself was a child that was affected, would love to hear your side of the story, and actually learn from your encounters, and your story can literally save other children and other young girls as well from going through that you know so yeah, let me quickly go through some of these comments. Callum, we quite discussed this before. Remember, where the postcode was going on. First time actually I got on your panel reaction to it. Yet, massive cover up wherever. Some cultures need to. Okay, one of my friend's cousin was married off at age 14 in the seventh grade. It broke my heart. Yeah, yep, yep. Bachelor boys of Afghanistan. Yep. David's racial rape gangs in Sweden and Germany are rarely Asian, but almost always Muslim. It's religion, not race. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I would love to say. It seems it's to do with Muslim culture. Okay, it seems it's to do with Muslim culture, and in specific with this Muslim culture, it seems as though it's Southeast Asian men in this country that are the major um, perpet- perpetuators of this crime. So I would like to just say it's both, Muslim culture and Southeast Asian culture, or Southeast Asian Muslim culture. That's the right terminology. Southeast Asian Muslim culture mixing in with British culture, and then yet still most probably mixing in with British urban or street culture. It seems as though that is like the crazy combination that's taking place. Like that's the combination, that's the cocktail that's actually producing these types of results. Street culture? No, I'm gonna have to just eradicate street culture and say urban culture. Yeah, urban culture. That seems more fitting. But is it only that? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, and again, I would hate to this is why I was a bit apprehensive of using like Muslim as such as to label like the whole religion, because it doesn't seem as though it's the majority of people from the Islamic religion that acts this way. It's only a small subsection of a smaller subsection that's actually acting out this way. So don't just because we're talking about this particular topic, and you're Muslim, don't think as though we're actually attacking you yourself, or don't think I personally am attacking you, because I'm not attacking you or your religion at this moment in time. It's just something that is actually occurring. This is something that's occurring. Let's stop, trying to shift and deflect and all those things there. Let's talk about it. It's something that's really going on. Okay. The biggest problem in the UK is recognize this. The thing is, we are talking about the known stuff that made it dark side is a global industry from Hollywood, BBC, high profile case. Yeah. If the Muslim community was seen to be clamping down, might ease tensions. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Have you heard of the UK-based group Faith to Faithless, ran by ex-Muslims? Nope. Counts of Asian, you probably mean South and Southwest Asia. Okay. I need to go and check that out. Anyways, family, let me leave you guys. I kind of ran overtime. I was only meant to be here for about 20 minutes with you. I ran 15 minutes overtime. So, family, tonight, yeah, if you would like to be on the panel, all you got to do is just email me. Let me know you want to be on the panel, and we'll definitely send you over the link, and we can discuss this. Yeah, it's very, very fascinating. So, I want to learn some more about this topic. Peace and love. I'll see you guys on the other side. Oh, man. Battery low. Young Cali, baby.